I'm pleased to yield 4 minutes to the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Poe, a member of the Judiciary Committee.
The gentleman from Texas is recognized for 4 minutes.
Thank you, Chairman. Also want to thank Mr. Marino and Mr. Smith for working on this important bill and bringing it to the House floor. Speeding up the regulatory process in the United States is an important issue in keeping America competitive. The methodical, slow, snail pace decision or lack of decision process of the EPA to make a decision on whether or not to approve a project is absurd. The RAPID Act addresses the problem of extensive requirements and growing delays in the federal permitting process and approvals for construction projects stemming from multiple agencies, excessive requirements, and unnecessary lawsuits. According to the GAO, in 2014, time for the required environmental impact statement finalized in 2012 was over 4.5 years. Now, the EPA, the environmental impact statement, is just the first requirement in getting a permit. 4.5 years. 4.5 years. World War II took less time than it takes the EPA to make a decision on whether or not to approve a project or not. They just continue to study and study and study. Mr. Speaker, it's about time for the EPA to pick a horse and ride it, make a decision about these projects. And I'm not going to talk about theory. I'm going to talk about an actual project down in my congressional district, the Sabine-Neches Waterway. Most Americans have never heard of it. The Sabine-Neches Waterway, that's what some of us call the other Texas international border between us and Louisiana. It's the riverway between Louisiana and Texas. And we have been wanting, since 1997, to deepen that 40-foot waterway to 48 feet. That's just 8 feet. We just want to make it a little deeper so ships can come in and offload their cargo, offload their fuel. Because what they're doing now, they can't come in with a full load of fuel on those tankers. They have to offload it, sometimes 20%, in the Gulf of Mexico, and then bring in the rest, and then bring in the other 20%. That costs money. We just want 8 feet. So in 1997, my predecessors asked the EPA for an environmental impact statement and finally got that impact statement. It took 20 years to get an impact statement. I've had 11 grandkids since I've been in Congress, and that impact statement was pending all that time. We just want 8 feet. Is it okay? And the EPA finally made a decision, but yet we still haven't started. The original project was about $600 million. Now it's about $1.3 billion, and we still don't have that extra 8 feet. Why? Because the bureaucrats can't make a decision. Delay, delay, delay. That is the name of the EPA. Delay, delay, delay. And all this bill does is says to this bureaucracy, study the information, reach a conclusion, and approve the project if it ought to be approved so America can be competitive worldwide. But no, the other side says, well, we need more studies. We need more information. Mr. Speaker, if Teddy Roosevelt would have had to deal with the EPA in building the Panama Canal, it would have never been built because of all of the regulatory requirements, some unnecessary, in my opinion. So let's approve the RAPID Act. Let's get America working again. The Sabine-Neches Waterway has numerous refineries on it. It's the energy hub of the United States. We just want 8 feet, Mr. Speaker. That's all we want. Pick a horse and ride it. The EPA needs to get their act together, and that's just the way it is. I yield back.